up on Fulton Today, early voting is underway. We'll have important information that you need to know as you head to the polls. And you will breathe a sigh of relief the next time you take your family to your local park. We'll explain why. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Early voting is now underway in Fulton County for the general election on November 8th. Now, there is a lot of information that you need to know as you head to the polls to vote early. Richard Barron is the director of the Office of Registration and Elections. Sir, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thank you for having me.
So I mentioned early voting is underway. Let's talk about some of the plans that you have implemented for this very time.
We have 24 early voting locations for this presidential election. Early voting is going to run October 17th through November 4th. At those 24 locations, we'll be open 7 to 7, Monday through Friday, and on Sundays from 12 to 5. Essentially, we're going to have 19 election days before November 8th election day. In addition to the 24 sites, we're going to have 12 outreach locations. Those outreach locations are going to be open 2 days each. They're going to be on an individual schedule. You'll need to consult our website to find out those hours. You can go to earlyvoting.fultoncountyga.gov for specifics on that. All of them but one will be open 8:30 to 4, and then one of them will be open on a weekend and have the weekend hours. 3 of those will be at universities and a college. The other 9 will be at senior centers around the county.
And Rick, talk about the advantages of voting early as opposed to waiting to November 8th.
If you vote early, you can vote anywhere in the county, at any one of those 24 permanent sites or at any of the 12 outreach sites. In addition, you get to choose your day and time to vote. That's 19 days you'll have a choice of, and 12 hours a day except for Sundays, which you'll have 5 hours. In addition to that, if we run into any issues with your voter registration status, it's much easier to fix those issues and research them if we do it during early voting. On election day, you only have one place to go. You have to vote in your precinct on election day, according to Georgia law, and you only have 12 hours to do it.
And the registration period is over, but how can people make sure that they are registered before they head to the polls?
To be sure you're registered to vote, you can either go to the Secretary of State's My Voter page at mvp.sos.ga.gov. You can also call our office at 404-612-3816 and talk to someone on our staff who can look up your voter registration for you.
And your ID is key and critical. Tell everybody about what they need to have.
6 forms of ID are illegal in Georgia. You've got the driver's license. In addition to that, it's also the passport, tribal ID, military ID, any government employee ID or government issued ID. If you do need a ID just for voting, you can come to our office or at one of the 2 annexes on Stonewall Tell in the south part of the county, or on Roswell Road at the north annex, in the north part of the county, and you can get a free identification. You would need some sort of proof that you live at an address, such as a utility bill, cable bill, or even a birth certificate that would allow you to get a voter registration ID here at our office.
All right, Rick Barron, Director of the Registration and Elections crew here in Fulton County. We will be here with you the entire step of the way. Thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate your time, Shania, anytime.
Now, if you want to check out the Advanced Voting Locations website, you can log on to earlyvoting.fultoncountyga.gov. And if you need more information about voting in general, you can call the Department of Registration and Elections at 404-612-7020. Meanwhile, county leaders and mayors continue to spread the word about the SPLOST, the Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, now on the ballot. Another voter education meeting was held at the Aviation Community and Cultural Center. The city representatives in attendance were treated to an educational video first shown to mayors at the most recent mayors meeting. Now, along with traditional stills and slides, officials say this video will help with the SPLOST coordination efforts to educate voters before they cast their ballots at the polls.
The county has produced a very good video that I think does a good job of explaining SPLOST, and today we talked a little bit about how we could tailor that a little bit to appeal to the residents of each municipality.
If approved, the Transportation Special Local Option Sales Tax would increase across the county, except Atlanta, by 0.75 cents for 5 years. Now, in Atlanta, it would be 0.4 cents for transportation and 0.5 cents for MARTA enhancements. To see the video, just go to the county's webpage and click the SPLOST tab on the right side of the page. Getting a breath of fresh air is now reality at our local parks. That's because the Board of Commissioners says no smoking at these venues. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has more.
About 50 staff members from the Parks and Recreation Department have already been trained on how to prevent smoking at county parks, including Welcome All. And signs will soon go up informing residents about this new smoking ban. Now, this ordinance comes after strong support from the public and county leaders.
And that motion passes unanimously.
With the Board of Commissioners' full support and residents overwhelmingly in favor,
smoking is such a terrible habit.
a smoking ban is now in effect at all county parks. The ban prohibits using any tobacco products that produce smoke in order to reduce residents' and children's exposure to secondhand smoke.
It just enhances our health when we are taking into account the overall quality of life of all of our citizens.
The new ordinance falls in line with the county's strategic priority of making sure all people are healthy.
As we look to reinforce healthy outcomes throughout all of our parks and recreation facilities, this step only makes sense. We want to make sure that people are healthy, good exercise, healthy lifestyles, and of course, creating a healthy environment.
The decision comes after surveys from Georgia State University and the Partnerships to Improve Community Health, or PITCH program, found residents overwhelmingly support a smoking ban at parks.
It's disheartening when you are not a smoker and you go into an area, even on the outside, and there's plumes of smoke that subject you to secondhand smoke.
Violators of this new ordinance could be charged with a misdemeanor and get up to 60 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Reporting from Welcome All Park, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you, Priscilla. South Fulton residents have new faces, giving service to all, second to none.
What is Fulton County Fire Rescue motto? Service to all, second to none!
That is the motto the new Fulton firefighters learned as the department held its annual recruit class graduation ceremony at the Chick-fil-A headquarters in College Park.
This is a great department, a great day for Fulton County Fire Rescue, and a great day for the citizens of unincorporated Fulton County. We'd like to just say thank you to the commissioners that make it possible for us to have a recruit class like this. Exciting day for us. 16
new firefighters were welcomed to the department after successfully completing 12 weeks of rigorous training such as confined space search and rescue techniques and live fire pressurized container training.
We had our good days and our bad nights. And our bad nights was those nights we had live burns. It was hot. I can't say it was hot, but we got through it.
This is one of the greatest moments of my life. This is what I wanted for years. And this training is, it's a lot more intense than they make it seem, and they make it seem pretty intense. So I'm just happy that I made through it, and I made through it. I got an award. I made through it better than I thought I was going to. So I'm happy. I'm happy that all this is happening.
After the graduation ceremony, the new firefighters immediately began their transition to the field. And welcome aboard. So what's all the hype about making the right decisions? Well, some local youngsters hear a powerful lesson on this very thing firsthand. The 7th annual Helping Our Youth Prosper and Evolve, or HYPE conference, was held at Atlanta Metropolitan State College.
Basically, this is about educating 6th to 12th graders about different items, and this year we have 3 workshops: gangs, justice system, and community and police working together. And we also, a few years ago, recognized we need to do something with the parents. So we have a separate session for the parents, and the parents come out in large numbers as well because they need information. Society's changed a lot, and we have experts that volunteer to work with us that give them information they can use.
This annual conference, hosted by Sheriff Ted Jackson, encourages 6th through 12th graders from county schools and churches to become more productive by providing age-relevant information to help them make better decisions.
I have some young men that are in my program, and I think they can really benefit from learning ways to deal with the officers when they're approached, and also, what to do and what not to do in those situations. I think it's going to help us a lot in the future as far as our young men and our young women, so I definitely want to be a part of something like this.
I feel like this program, it helps kids change their lives, try to change their lives and try to get them focused on what they're trying to do.
Special guest instructor, District Attorney Paul Howard, encouraged students to set worthwhile goals that can be achieved through hard work, which is something he knows all about all too well.
And let me tell you that if you work hard, you can accomplish it. And I'm not saying that because I heard about it. I'm telling you that because I've lived it.
Those in attendance received 8 hours of community service and were encouraged to participate in workshops on gangs, judicial and law enforcement, and youth interaction, as well as parenting sessions. And still to come, seniors prove you're never too old to learn a new skill. It's a part of our District by District coverage next. Seniors learn a brand new way to communicate with others, and hopeful job seekers get the help they need to aid them in getting a job. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves as he joins the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP, along with political and community leaders, to launch a massive voter mobilization effort. On voter registration deadline day, the group stressed to local voters the importance of this election and the options to vote early in Fulton County starting this week.
Fulton County is a leader in the state in terms of the number of early voting precincts that are available. There are 24 that will be open throughout our county, and we're very excited about this. We want to be very accessible. We want to remove the excuse from anybody that they don't have a place that's near them to vote.
To make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to vote, and because it impacts everything from a local area all the way up to the White House. So it's just important that people exercise their constitutional right to participate in the voting franchise.
Now again, Fulton County has 24 early voting sites, the most in the metro Atlanta area. Fulton sites will be open 7 days a week. District 4 seniors say it's never too late to learn a new skill. A group of beginner students learned the basics of sign language at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility. The workshop is the prerequisite for the actual sign language class. Instructors say it's like learning your ABCs before you learn to actually read.
I love the class. I love working with the individuals here. Everybody has a different personality, and I got to say one thing about the class. They keep me learning. It's where the teacher becomes the student in many respects.
I've known from looking at things that have been going on in our world that a lot of times if you know sign language, there may be somebody out there that doesn't speak, they're deaf, and they're trying to sign. At least I can be of help.
A common misconception is that all sign languages are the same worldwide or that sign language is international. Sign language can vary based on the country. These students learned American Sign Language. In District 5, residents who are looking for employment take advantage of the Job Readiness Workshop to get them ready for a job fair. Fulton's WorkSource Georgia Division hosted the workshop to aid its participants with resume writing and proofing and interviewing skills.
It's a fantastic opportunity, not just for my students, but for anyone looking for a job. It was very informative. It went through the process of looking for a job, finding a job, what to do in the interview, after the interview, how to focus on not just your hard skills, but your soft skills. It was amazing. It was really, really, really well done.
If you're serious about your career, then have the integrity, the diligence, the will to work, and keep your head up high, and well, essentially there will be challenges, but you know, you have to persevere through the challenges. And once you've done that, you will see the better inside of yourself. That's what I believe.
After completing the workshops, many of the job seekers attended Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr.'s job fair at Turner Field. We'll tell you what kind of luck they had next week in our District 5 segment. And finally, seniors get all of the information they need to be prepared to vote. Fulton registration and election staffers have been conducting a number of voter outreach sessions to eliminate problems at the polls for the November 8th general election. Staffers visited both the Hayfield Senior Center and the Darnell Senior Facility.
This is a huge election year. Early voting allows voters to participate in voting 3 weeks prior to the actual election day, which cuts down on a lot of the long lines, a lot of the wait times. And since we are open on the weekends, you can pick which day you like to go, so it's more convenient for the voter.
County leaders are working to ensure a smooth election cycle. To get the full list of early voting sites and times, visit FultonElections.com. Remember, early voting is underway. And when Fulton Today returns, how Breast Cancer Awareness Month gets personal for county employees. Stay with us. As many of you may know, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And while county leaders and health professionals have long supported spreading awareness each October, and this year is no different, this year was a little special for the Fulton County family. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn explains.
I want to thank you, Fulton County family, for your support.
With tears in her eyes and a show of support from employees, Fulton Commissioner Joan Garner expressed her gratitude as she continues to fight through another round of breast cancer.
I want to thank all of you because it's not easy, and the support means a lot. And there's a lot going on to battle this disease.
The touching moment came during the Board of Commissioners' presentation of a breast cancer awareness proclamation at its first meeting in October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
The key to breast cancer survival is early detection. Education is the most important tool that we can offer any man or woman as it pertains to receiving early breast cancer and/or cervical cancer screenings.
Breast cancer awareness messages are prevalent throughout the county. A host of events and presentations are on tap, like this one at the Helene Mills Senior Center, where seniors raised more than $1,000 at a line dancing fundraiser. But with all of the fun, health professionals want to make sure the serious message is heard, that it's really important to give yourself monthly breast exams and to have annual mammograms. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Now, Fulton's breast cancer program will cover the cost of a mammogram to women who qualify. Clients must be uninsured and not had a mammogram within a year. To schedule an appointment, call 404-612-1649. A new custom-built HIV mobile testing unit is now up and running. The Health Services Department's newest mobile unit includes an exam room, a private interview room with doors, and a bathroom. Health Services officials say the unit provides a stress-free place for residents to get HIV tested.
Especially on a mobile unit, you don't have that stigma of going into a clinic or someone seeing you in the waiting area. You are going in really quickly into a room and really quickly out, and you can go on about your day.
For people who, cannot access MARTA either by means of the $2.50 that it costs, or even the access point to getting to the train station and catching a bus to the clinic, this is a clinic that will come to their community, and that's the best part of this situation.
Residents will be able to get rapid HIV tests and be linked to care if they are found to be positive. Health officials hope the mobile unit will also be used to offer PrEP services in the future. PrEP is a program where at-risk patients take daily medication which helps prevent HIV. Those patients are also required to have regular follow-up visits and exams. To get more information, call 404-613-1421. Good news to share, behavioral health clients are now getting faster service at new locations. Services are now relocated to Adamsville Regional Health and the Center for Health and Rehabilitation. Behavioral health officials say the move out of the South Fulton and West Mental Health Centers mean quicker treatment for patients.
They're in a new, innovative building that has integrated services, so not only can they receive behavioral health services, but they can also tap into services rendered by our health department.
The new locations offer services for residents with mental health and substance abuse disorders. To learn more about the transition to the new locations, call the office at 404-762-4042. And up next on Fulton Today, getting rid of unwanted trash for free. Stay with us. Residents easily dispose of big unwanted items for free at the popular bulky trash Amnesty Day. Fulton's Public Works and General Services teams help citizens dump unneeded items for free at several waste locations. Appliances, old furniture, electronics, and tires were just some of the items collected. Secure document shredding was also available at the Merck Road transfer station.
I come here every year, look forward to it.
It's great. It's great. We can get stuff out. We don't have to sit down and worry about the trash company not picking it up. And it's just convenient, so it's a really good thing.
Bulky Trash Amnesty Day is held several times a year to discourage illegal dumping in the community. The county's transfer station has regular hours during the week for residents to properly dispose of their regular and bulky trash. You can contact the facility directly to get details on the hours of operation. And finally, the atrium of Fulton's headquarters are turned into an art gallery with multiple artists. Who are they, you ask? Fulton County employees and their family members who participated in the 20th Annual National Arts Program. The artists and their masterpieces were featured during a special ceremony at the Government Center.
I think there's talent in all of us. I think we all are talented in some way, and it's shown in this work that we have here. It's demonstrated.
During the awards presentation, winners were announced in categories ranging from professional to youth under 12 years old.
Just to have actually win in the professional, it means a lot. I went to school for this, and just to get to this point, it feels really rewarding.
Even if it's just an honorable mention. Well, for me, people my age, just to get honorable mention and to be recognized, it just makes you feel good about what you try to do.
The National Arts Program provides funding for exhibits across the country by offering to pay for certificates and other prizes. Organizers say the program boosts employee morale and encourages the artistic talents of everyone, regardless of their chosen profession. Beautiful work. Well, before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.